space for that.
Yeah, special fame is the only thing I don't have max for me. Like, I still gotta do the Valencia quest line on my lawn and everything.
Please tell me Isabella.
Then the Camasillo one.
But she's hurt her ankle, so we'll have to go back and get her.
No. I could not stand to inconvenience you any further. And besides, Sarah tells me you have something important of your own to do. Please, let Isa's friends take care of her from here.
You'll need a couple of people and a lot of rope to get her out.
I'll round them up right away. Where is she exactly?
Take the main road across the river, then follow the crosses.
Wait, the crosses? Did she find something?
She found the crypt man who told her about.
She did? That's wonderful. Oh, I'm so happy for her. I should have gone with her, and I feel terrible about her ankle. But despite that, this is the adventure Isa's always dreamed of.
She also suggested that maybe Sarah could be a member of her rescue party.
Oh, that's a great idea. I'll make sure of it. And speaking of Manu and his crazy stories, if you're looking for something hidden around here, you should probably talk to him. He worked for Isa. He's usually hoarding coal around the mission. And thank you again for finding Isabella. I don't know what I would have done if...
Just make sure she gets back safe. Hello?
Lara, thank you so much for finding Isabella.
Oh, it was my pleasure. She was right. There was a hidden crypt there.
I know. She was right.
You okay?
So was Manu. When she's feeling better, we will go excavate the ruin. Together.
You'll definitely get it. Pretty much.
This Spanish document is fascinating. It tells the story of several natural disasters which struck this area. A flood, a fire caused by lightning, and a severe volcanic tremor. In each instance, buildings on this site were badly damaged, requiring considerable rebuilding.
Right here. Right here. Come here. Come here, you crazy dog. Drink. Drink. Look, the water is right here. And you're gonna have chicken soon, okay? Yes, I love you too. But I shouldn't have to freaking hand feed you water. Freaking lazy dog. Seriously. Oh my god, just drink. Oh. So many darn mosquitoes.
Pero no es el chile, Ernesto. Eso es el...
No tenemos dónde más guardarlo. ¿Cuándo terminará Juan?
It's funny how these things magically now pop up. Like,
This document outlines the goals and works of the mission of St. John. In addition to their individual spiritual goals and their outreach programs, the people here are clearly passionate about contributing to the nearby communities. Education, literacy, healthcare, even donating a portion of the food they raise.
Dice que los mejores hoyos se cavan en la noche. No me gusta.
oh, this old man.
Jungles hide so many places. Even Maya ruins.
You must be Manu.
Who's that? Who's there?
She's the one who found the treasure.
Is that right, Diego? Well, what can I do for you?
I overheard you telling the children about Maya ruins.
Finally, someone who pays attention.
Well, you were right about the crosses. Isabella followed them to a hidden crypt.
Ha! I knew it! No one ever listens to old Manu, but I was right.
I love it. This blind man is
So
sending
you
people
were.
on treasure hunts.
And I bet you're telling the truth about those Maya ruins.
I recognize something in your voice. The thrill of discovery, of finding something, some place unseen for hundreds or even thousands of years.
There is something thrilling about that, isn't there?
There's no feeling like it. The taste of stale, dusty air still gets my heart racing. These modern people, these so-called realists, they close themselves off from such wondrous possibilities. They can't even imagine some of the things I've seen. That I would give anything to see again one last time.
Perhaps I could be your eyes, your witness of those Maya ruins.
You could at that, yes.
Do you remember where the ruins were?
Now, where were they? I remember a pool fed by 3 waterfalls. I wish I could give you better directions, but it's been so many years.
I should be able to find it. And when I do, I'll come back and tell you all about it.
Dude, the guy's like
if you
right
could
behind
do that for
Laura's
me.
ass. Like, what the fuck?
Touch that history. I would be so...
Say no more, Manu. I'll find it.
Find the entrance to the tomb. Examine this. The what?
I hope you've shined up those dancing shoes, Manu. I found the ruin.
Oh.
It was Maya, an ancient aqueduct. It was wonderful, just as you'd imagined.
I know you would. Now, tell me everything.
The ruins had flooded because of the earthquake. I swam through tunnels teeming with peril.
Go on.
I found a vast cavern and a stone tower with massive heads carved into its sides.
The Lords of Xibalba, right? Incredible. What else?
It must have been an aqueduct of some kind. And you'll never believe this. Most of the machinery is still functional. Water wheels, 3 men high, turned as smoothly as the day they were built. It was amazing to see, Manu. To be so close to all that history where no one has set foot in hundreds of years.
I see it. I can smell it, feel it, taste it. You've brought tears to an old man's dry eyes.
Aww.
I can't thank you enough. I'd like to give you something.
Manu, I couldn't.
Please, I insist. It's the first relic I ever found. It's beautiful and
It
intricate.
was beautiful.
A decorated skull. I'd like someone who has the same passion for exploring that I did as a young man to have it. Don't ever let anything kill your sense of curiosity and wonder.
I won't. Thank you, Manu. An adhesive made of tree sap and powdered bone hold the jade and other gems in place within the wearer's teeth. A crude drill, perhaps made of obsidian, would have been used to delicately carve out the notches required to hold the jewelry in place.
Okay, I need to do something fast. I wonder how long this part of the story will be. I gotta head out, but I want to grab those documents.
You know, it seems like every few years, God throws a disaster this way.
I can see that the earthquake caused a lot of damage.
Nothing we can't fix with enough time. And materials. Unfortunately, one of those is in short supply.
Time. Hopefully it's not long, this part. I love this history though, in the Tomb Raider. It's so cool.
Feels like a mausoleum.
Means we're on the right track, right?
Find
Jonah, I feel something. We're getting close. Let's look around for signs of Lopez.
We just gotta look for
These
documents.
notes were written by the founder of the Sector 7. They're talking about funds allocated for renovations to library.
25th of December, 1603. It has been 4 days since we turned away from the city. We traveled in silence and in circles, guided by a confusion of grief, relief, and celebration. Lopez and I exited the jungle and landed in a clearing, under the gaze of several faces carved into the side of the mountain. Lopez had an episode, as he later called it. He threw himself in front of the faces and screamed for forgiveness. The heaviest sin on his heart was abandoning Perez to the strange warriors. They had grown close over the journey. Try as I might, I could not console him. So I built a fire and waited, as he decreed his actions and pleaded for forgiveness from the silent stone faces. This roughly drawn sketch shows St. John repelling a demon attack. Perhaps they planned to have this as one of the frescoes in the mission. Brother de la Cruz appeared one day, emerging from the jungle, breathing new life into the mission. There were just the three of us when he arrived, and Sister Dorothea had been ill for many weeks.
But
he and his associate began to work that first day. By the next week, de la Cruz had recruited a workforce of 36. They prepared the bell tower and worked the fields, planting crops. Brother de la Cruz aims to make us self-sufficient. We'd spent so long alone out here, I'd worried we'd lose God's ear. Lo and behold, we not only had his ear, but he sent another to act as his hands as well. Stone faces weep as Jesus creeps along the dolorous path. Too many died. More will still, and more will still, and more will still. His light leads the way.
Basically, you would want to go for Hekaru, Ocean Stalkers. They're more easier to kill. The Candies, Black Rust, Nine Sharks are harder if you have no idea what the hell you're doing. But it's best to go with people and learn what to do if you're planning on doing it. Plus, it's kind of pointless if you're not in a guild either.
The door closed and a silence settled.
Or
so
an
great
ocean
and so
hunting
vast,
guild.
I held my breath for fear of breaking.
Because everything that you gain from ocean
Lopez
hunting is
turned
guild
to me,
funds.
his eyes wild, a smile screwed across his face. He came toward me, arms outstretched, and for a moment fear flickered across my heart. But he pulled me close, his fingers digging into my shoulders. I found it, he whispered in my ear, and releasing me, he wandered through this room, walls of pure jade reaching up to the heavens, completely covered in
Yeah, the
intricate
basic
etched
skin
mosaics
stuff.
and carved figures. I followed at a distance as he approached an altar and watched as he lifted a silver box from it. The others are worried that Brothers de la Cruz and Serrano will not return. I have so far maintained they will, that they always have. But in my heart I am beginning to believe we have seen the last of them, and that grief weighs heavily. We will continue their work. Either they will return to find we have not forgotten the teachings, or they will look down on us from above and bless our continued labors. And an eclipse.
Come on. I just want to get this part done that I gotta leave.
December 1603. Lopez woke me, having already prepared a Spartan breakfast. "This is where we were meant to be," he said, a cold determination in his voice, so very different from how he acted just the day before. I finished my meal as he spoke of holy retribution, how he had acted in error, but now God had put his hands on his shoulders and shown him the path to walk. "We will spread the true word of God from this small mission," he said, pointing to an adobe building just beyond the stone faces. "We will prepare the path for the chosen one to follow, for only he who does will be worthy of this box."
Okay, there's supposed to be one more thing here. Oh.
Jonah! This book describes a stranger's arrival at the mission. He founded the Sect of Seven. Maybe that was Lopez.
Like on the pamphlet. We must be getting close. We should keep looking.
What's this? Oh, her cousin. Oh fuck, I didn't see that there.
John, son of Zebedee, one of Jesus' apostles, also called the beloved disciple. He and his brother, James, were known for their impetuousness and temper, which prompted Christ to start calling them Boanerges, sons of thunder. John is credited with writing 5 books of the New Testament, the Gospel of John, the 3 epistles of John, and the Book of Revelation. He's the patron saint of love and loyalty, as well as writers, publishers, and scholars. One of his symbols is a serpent in a cup, which is linked to his patronage of victims of poisoning and burns.
Is that all the documents here? Okay, so that's all the documents. So all that's left in here is basically
This cross, it looks like it's from the 17th century.
that's not it. I already broke that. Laura, you want to run?
under his wings you may seek refuge.
I know,
Under
right?
his wings. And under his wings you may seek refuge.
She's all like, yeah, no, I'm not in a hurry. Under his wings. Laura, I don't have time for a freaking riddle. Like, I just want to get this part done. Fuck. Under his wings. Wait. Okay, no, obviously it's inside here. We know it's not there.
The sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light. Jonah, those two Bible quotes. The sun will be darkened, and under his wings you may seek refuge.
What does it mean?
That's it. Look for a heron and an eclipse.
Oh my god, I already found that earlier! Fuck, it's right. Wow, as if you had to follow the whole friggin' thing just to friggin' know that I was already here.
There's a whole mural under here. Veracruz, the true cross.
Is that what I think it is?
The
The
box!
silver box. It's unmistakable.
Jesus takes up the cross. These are the stations of the cross. But there's a bunch missing.
Before 1600, there were only 7. This could date back to the time of Lopez.
This is one of his clues.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing he does.
Alright. Let's see if we can find a cross lying around here somewhere.
Clearly, eh? Okay, no, we're
When we
not.
find the box, how do we get the key back from Dominguez?
We'll find a way.
Shoot him. We shoot him, we take the fucking key. Find the cross. Oh!
Etzli is young to have all that responsibility. Must be pretty hard for him.
I can only imagine.
Something better, like, not happen after I do this.
Found something?
Yeah. Jesus takes up the cross. Help me lift this.
But I'm not Jesus. Oh shit. Okay, well, we're gonna be doing this tomorrow.
Looks like a long way down. Let's see where this leads.
I thought she was gonna fucking push him in. I was gonna say, wow, Laura, seriously? This is not what you do to your friends. Don't go in, don't go in. That wasn't that far down. Oh fuck.
Thanks.
Station 2. Jesus falls the first time.
There's an inscription here. Ambulate dum lucem habitis.
Walk while you have the light.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, guys. You guys are gonna stay in this cave for the night. Because,
I'll need to move the cart to direct the light beam to the door.
I gotta leave, and this is... Yeah. Let's save this first. So how much, what is the percentage at now? 80%! Woo! Yes. We may actually be able to get the very first playthrough done tomorrow.